Hey, what's up? I ain't went live on this shit in forever. I'm set up to film, and I'll show I'm just dumping footage. You see, that's actually where I film 90% of this shit. This is the kitchen. You kind of see if you look on my finger, you see like a Death Star. Let's go play. Watch this over in my kitchen. But excuse me. I got a stack of comics I just want to bullshit about, and maybe not that, but maybe this other thing. Because as of right now, those that are watching, or will see this later on when it goes live, sits around for a while. NewtCrates, is around. It was in July last year when the first couple of NewtCrates went out. We had Jean-Paul LeBlanc on this channel open his up. If you search for Pro Wrestling Ego, look for Ego on Break around that same time frame. Maybe a couple of weeks later, you'll see Jay Andrews along with Mississippi Madman, Logan Creed, sitting in the car, and Jay's opening it up. Trying to think who else is opening one up on camera. That's been it so far. But I'm putting a couple together. One person I know will film themselves opening it up. The other one I don't know on yet. But hey, some of the stuff might be going in there. Not saying it is, but hey, what's going on? Got a drink? I didn't feel like putting the Lucha mask on. Okay, we got here Evil Ernie, Straight to Hell 1 of 5. I never really. I love this back cover. Never read a lot of Ernie. Oh, this is the coffin cover. Okay, yeah, that's why it's a coffin cover. I get a decent amount of this fucking Chaos Comics stuff that at one time was costing a decent amount of money. I get them in these orders where I do like a pilot. Justiniano. Oh shit, this is the guy that went to jail for like kid porn. I get them in those lots, and they just kind of get stuck in a box. And what I've read of them is entertaining. I mean, it's not just TNA show. Oh, I love that. That is badass. Okay, let's. Have to toss them over there. Wow. And since we're on the fucking Chaos, Lady F lingerie #1, which I know it's got something on. Ooh, the fuck is that? It's like some little bit of not spirit gum, rubber cement. When this came out, this actually was worth a little bit. This is from my blind ass. Like 98? Is that really saying 98? 96 maybe? I think it's 96. And it's just, fucking pin up pictures of Lady Death in lingerie. And man, there's some really talented people in here, and there's some other people that, are like, oh God. Like, okay, let me see here. We got Jim Ballett, Mark Morales, Joseph Linsner, Walter McDaniel, Joe Quesada, and Jimmy Palmiani, Justiniano. Mitch Bird does it, page 7. Who's before Mitch? Justiniano. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, that's Mitch Bird. If you don't know Mitch Bird, best known, he did like some work on Guy Gardner Warrior, just a little bit shit of Valiant. Really good illustrator. Did Cat and Mouse at Aircells. This Aircell Malibu area. First big thing. Really good artist. He's from the coastal Mississippi area. I've met him quite a few times. Some cool art in this. It's titty art, like titty art. Big titties. Titty. And if the guy who made the comment about I dropped an F-bomb in the video on the kids video, I'm sorry, dude. I mark everything not for kids because this channel is definitely not for kids. I'm gonna make a new intro video, like maybe soon, hopefully, and explain to me like this channel is not for kids. Even though I'll talk about some stuff that kids might be interested in. Yeah, watch, because I don't censor myself. I try not to. And I understand, dude. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm pretty sure I've replied. Yeah, I replied to that. Yeah, my 2 bandanas. Okay, yeah, that's kind of cool. Let's toss them over here. Oh shit! Clive Barker's The Howlers, #4. This is Razor. It says Epic, but yeah, it was Epic. Okay, this is Clive Barker had like comics. He had okay, this is Clive Barker. Writer is Malcolm. Penciler is Gene Colan. Inker is Al Williamson. Holy shit! Vicky Williams the letters. Tom Smith's the colorist. It's fucking Gene Colan, inked by Al Williamson. on good paper. This is from 94. Okay, like spring of 94. Oh, dude, this looks really nice. This is not going away. I'm holding on to this. I need more of this. I love Gene Colan. And it's on really good paper. And this is not worth shit, I'm sure. I'm sure this is one of those where, yeah, some issues I might have to pay a little bit more over cover, but not much. And if you want to dig through 1,001 cheap bins, you can pay cover or undercover. Mobius still. Venom, the Enemy Within. Is that the... Okay, that's not the Lethal Protector was the first big one, but War's End, The Punisher and Nom. Oh shit. I really want that. That's Don Lomax wrote it. Tech World. I used to read those. The Fall of the Hammer when they're kind of fucking over the 2009 universe. Okay. Oh, here we go. I found a stack of these the other day. Antarctic Press's Warrior Nun Ariella. Like they were doing a miniseries style, like 4 or 5 issues, and that miniseries leading next to black and white. This is like early, like summer 2001. Not bad. The art is decent. I haven't read too many of these, but I probably got like 8 to 9 issues. Like I don't have a single one. Like there's at least 3 of these miniseries, but I don't have a single one of them. There's not one of them that I have all 4 issues or a complete run of. I'm always missing like an issue, and it's never like, oh, I'm just missing the first issue. It's like I have 1, 2, miss 3, or 1, 2, 3, miss 4. Something like that. This is just a wicked ad. The cover is like Tevek. Do you remember when Continuity Comics did Tevek? It's cool art. And this is Elissa from Highland Graphics. It's a Canadian comic. It's from March of 2000 something, I think. Issue 17. Oh, shit. I hate that, though. I hate when I find cool-looking indie comics and then you see, oh, God. It's like, there's 20 issues before this. So you go looking for them. This shit ain't traded, so you're going to pay, full fucking cover price or more. And then spend a fortune for something. But see, March of 94, based in Baddock, Nova Scotia, Canada. Dale Roy, who watches the channel. I can't remember what your YouTube name is. Is that Nova Scotia? I think so. And it's cool art. It's kind of looks like maybe like a post-apocalyptic kind of just fucked up shit. There's some nudity. It looks really cool. I like the cover. I probably won't keep that. Oh, shit. Labor Force #1, Blackthorn. Blackthorn, to me, was best known back in the day when they were around and publishing shit was like Walden's books and Spencer's Gifts. We get in 3D comics and be like California Raisins 3D, Three Stooges, shit like that. Those are all from a division of Blackthorn. They also did Transformers, G.I. Joe, Rambo. They got Star Wars, like a lot of the shit that Marvel had the comic license for. Blackthorn would get the 3D comic license for and put shit out. Labor Force is a superhero team where, like, it says it on the cover here, tomorrow's superheroes, don't thank them, pay them. Like they're trying to make a living at it. And I've heard it's really good. It lasted a decent while. From it's 5 months. This is September of '86, which was about $1.50. That ghoul looks really cool. The Cool Ghoul. Wasn't that a horror host? Like the Cool Ghoul's one of the horror hosts in like Ohio. Art on this is pretty cool. Another one where I might have read this, but I don't remember a damn thing about it. Black and white, indie explosion shit. After the turtles blew up, you had all this kind of stuff. You get an ad for Crow the Bear Clan, which I have now. I have to pull that out. Like kind of like fact files on them. It was good big. All the toy lines had that shit. So did Laughing Gas is one I've heard pretty good. It's Don Chen. He's still around. Actually, Don Chen commented on one of my videos. Thank you, sir. If you ever happen to see this, you commented on like one of my radioactive adolescent black belt radioactive hamster videos, and thank you so much. I appreciate that. I love it when the creator, like, especially something that ain't like super well, especially like, hey, I watched this. Thank you. I worked on that. I'm like, oh, cool. Hamster wise. Like, out on the back. Oh shit, this is really cool. This is continuity Zero Patrol issue 1, which was it says it in here somewhere. Let me see. Okay, dear readers, when your publisher was living in New York, he spent a certain amount of his time in Harlem and in Spanish Harlem. His reason for traveling from Brooklyn to Harlem was simple curiosity. 2 of the things he discovered there was a comic magazine called Delta 99. Let me step back. Okay, that's better. And a comic magazine called Legioneros del Espacio. My Spanish is horrible, so I apologize if I'm butchering this shit. Or Legionnaires of Space. Sometimes the second magazine was also called Cinco por el Infinito, 5 for Infinity. I said my Spanish ain't great. Although your publisher liked Delta 99, he loved Legionarios. Unfortunately, Legionarios has always appeared in Spanish, never in English. As years went by, the artist of the feature, Esteban Maroto, went on to other features and projects. And many of them, appeared in American magazines. Esteban has become known to American audience, but never have Americans seen his early work. This, then, is Legioneros del Espacio. Updated a little because much time has gone by. Drawn a little because much time has gone by. Colored because it deserves coloring. And christened by your publisher with the name of a feature that never saw print because it's only appeared in your publisher's high school samples. Continuity Publishing is proud to bring you The Zero Patrol by Esteban Maroto with the helping hand of Neil Adams. This is from November 1984. Okay, now first thing I want to point out is it's a really cool cover. It's Neil Adams. Neil Adams is great. $2 August. So it'd be like June when it came out. So I was like 9 years old. When I was 9, I think my allowance for the week was $3. I got a really big allowance. I had piles of chores. I would not have spent $2 on this comic back then, and I've got this for, under $1, I'm sure. The art is really good. You can kind of tell when Neil Adams comes in and touches something. Let me see if I can find a good example. That's a space comic. The colors are really nice. Continuity always had good colors, really good paper. Their books, a lot of the shit you see from this era, especially if it hadn't been bad more, it's been sitting in the cheap bins forever, is yellowed. This stuff does not do that. But you paid a lot more for it back then. That is very Neil Adams. I'm sure he did that part. Oh, Bucky O'Hare shirt. I'd love to have that. Get a little bit about Megalith. Let's see how many pages is that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-page Megalith. Then it came out later on, but it's Bernie Wrightson's Freak Show. I'd love to have actually seen this back then. Armor and the Silver Streak #3. Toy Boy. No, don't ask me why this one's bad and boarded out, all this stuff. That's just where it was. Oh, shit. Okay. Hero Man from, Dimension Graphics? They did Nat Rat, if I remember right. And it's a Superman parody by Ken Jones and John Cummins, black and white. They did an alternate cover, kind of like the Burn Man of Steel thing. This is 86, October. It's okay. It's a comedy book. It's one of those where I'll probably sit down and read it one more time. Look around online, see if there's anything really cool. Yeah, there was. Oh, that's right. See if online I can find a scan of this fucker, like a good scan. If there is, I'll throw this in somebody's like NewtCrate or something. Like somebody that wants some comics here, I'll give it to them. I'll keep the scan because space issues. That's the one thing I really enjoy about digital comics is the portability in space. I mean, comics are portable. Back in the day, and fuck it, I'll do it this. I would, take my comic and roll it up real tight like that. And then somebody's probably freaking out and you just stuff it in your back pocket. Grab a handful and just toss them in your book bag. They get beat up all day. I got it somewhere and I'll dig it out one time to show on a video. I have my original copy. I'll explain what this comic is kind of important of Uncanny X-Men 193. I started reading Uncanny X-Men with either started reading it a month or 2 months before Kitty Pryde first appears, so 127, 120, somewhere around there. And I started with 129, her first appearance. I started picking it up every month. I made sure I found it, and sometimes I'd have to go to 4 or 5 different stores. Sometimes it'd be near the end of the month or the next month I happen to find it finally. But with 193, I finally decided, fuck it, I had a bunch of money for my birthday or Christmas. I'd have to see when 193 come out. I'd be able to figure that out closer. But and I was like, fuck, I'm going to subscribe. And I subscribed to Uncanny X-Men, G.I. Joe, and Muppet Babies. And got all 3 for... And the thing about it was I didn't realize at the time Muppet Babies, because I don't think Muppet Babies started yet when I did the subscription. I didn't realize it was bi-monthly, so that 12-issue subscription was like a 2-year on it, whereas X-Men and G.I. Joe were a year each. That comic, the copy I got of that is so beat up. I still have my original. I did a feature either on YouTube or I also don't know on my blog. That's double T's, DOUBLE, the letter T, letter S, blogger reviews at blogspot.com. I know I did a write up of it on there, and that's a newer copy I found in the cheap bins. But you know, man, this little comic, like I said, I'll read it, and if I find a scan, toss in somebody's box. Oh shit, Roger Wilco. Some of this stuff is going in NewtCrates. And y'all seen the NewtCrate, there's been one NewtCrate opening on here. Search for Pro Wrestling Ego and Ego on Break. That's the name of their show. It's Jay Andrews, who owns Pro Wrestling Ego, and Madman, Mississippi Madman Logan Creed, Michael Shea Crosby, who wrestled and helps out with Ego. About every week you get a video. They're sitting in the car. It's like lunch break for them. They're showing like talking wrestling. And I gave Jay a NewtCrate, and he opened it up and showed off. And his was a little specialized because I know he's a not uber religious guy, but you know he's a religious guy. So I was like, okay, I had some religious DVDs I was wanting to get rid of anyway. I got them free. And the comics, I made sure stuff like his kids would know because he's got. The joke is Jay Andrews, like every time you see him, he's got like 4 more kids now. But I think he actually has like 3 to 4 kids. But the joke is, oh, that's Jay. He's got like 52 kids. So this might be going in a NewtCrate, but these are not going to be hand delivered. These are actually getting mail. One is going to somewhere up in Michigan. I don't know what part. And the other one, as of right now, is going to be going to area in Ohio. Cody, I know you're going to end up watching this. Yours is not officially a NewtCrate. Yours is a, hey, Cody, I got you a bunch of stuff. You know, NewtCrates are me getting rid of stuff in my collection that I just got to get rid of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cutting down the collection. That's where they come. This is my calls in my collection. Your stuff is different. Your stuff's like, oh man, Cody ain't never seen that. I got to buy that for him. But Roger Wilco, it's a comedy, sci-fi, black and white venture comics. We got Paul O'Connor is the writer, illustrated by Andrew Walls and Craig Tillefer, lettered by Gail Beckett. It looks good. This is issue like 3. I think there's like 5 or 6 of these. It's one of these where if there was a trade that wasn't that expensive, I'd track them down. And another one where I would pick these up if I found them in the cheap bins, but I never see them there. There's something in here. I remember when I flipped through this earlier, Ninja High School in NewtCrates. They were Eternity back then. Oh, here it is. Here. An ad for Spawn, and this is shit. 92. It's 92, but I cannot see the fucking month on here. Okay, but Spawn, it's got the old Spawn logo. That's what, issue 2's cover, I think. And this is like, it's pretty cool. It's got a little space, no little Wildcats ad. You know, Malibu's like pumping the shit out of that, and all of a sudden, boom, they're gone, and they're relying on the fucking Ultraverse. All right, 2 more comics, and I'm done. Oh man, E-Man, the modern comics reprint from 75. 77. Wow. Originally published was 75. This is the okay. Script is Nicola Cuddy. Art is Joe Staten, and coloring is Wendy Fiore. E-Man, this guy right here. He's an alien. He's like made of energy, and he goes around with, was it Cassie Nova's this girl? Nova. And they fight crime. It's a comedy, really well drawn. If you don't know Staten, he's an amazing artist. Really well drawn, fun ass comedy book. It was from Charlton. It went from like Charlton the First to a couple other companies. I think like Staten and Cuddy own it. You rarely see issues, and even back when these were coming out, you rarely see because Charlton and these modern reprints, which I don't know the full story behind this. I'm not going to talk about it too much. Oh, look at this guy. He looks like the leader from the Hulk. You just didn't see them a lot of places. Like these are the ones you'd find at like the little, redneck as hell gas station out in the middle of the world. They got some Charlton comics and some Archies were everywhere. And when they were still around, Gold Key / Whitman was everywhere. But Charlton's, you didn't find them all. Oh, the Magic Powers of Witchcraft. Oh man, they always had crazy ass. And this has a ROG 2000, a story called The Wish, which is written by Nicola Cuddy, but it's art by John Byrne. This is early John Byrne pro work. That's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages. It looks, looks like early Byrne. Reminds me of Dale Keown, like Dale Keown when he was working at Aircell doing like Dragon Ring and Dragon Force and all that shit. Okay, one more comic. Now this one I got some props for it. Okay, so back in the day, give me a second. I'm gonna step off camera and still talk. I got to get a sip of drink, which means I have to pull this down. And I know, Cody. Cody's gonna be like, well, you showed your face on this video and this video, and I know. I understand that. I don't feel like doing it now. That's my reason. Of course, now I got to fix my beard because I'll walk over and show. You can see my beard. Okay. Hey, I showed my beard. Okay, back in the day, I used to go to Coast Con in Biloxi, Mississippi. They did not have one in 2020. I don't really think we have one in 2021. It's probably dead. It was dying off when I started going back. This is my con. It started like 77, 78. I was a little kid. I started going, I was like, I went 10, like 10, 11, 12, 10, and then 12. And then every year from when I was 13 until right before I turned 18, that was like my birthday present for my parents. Even though it always happened a little before my birthday, they paid like my con entry fee. You know, I had money to spend at the con, all that shit. Well, the last time I went, for as far as I remember, I've been in years now. I quit going for various reasons. It's just the price went up. It was way more than I wanted to pay to go in because I'm gonna go every day. There wasn't enough panels I enjoyed. The dealer's room went to shit. One of the last times I went, this guy there, Robert Cross, Kraus, was there, and he was selling his art. He had like little like trading card size, full color on one side and hard case cards. Had the same art on like little buttons, little circular buttons you get for your hats and shit. He also had it on, was it posters? Let me just find a comic. Shit, of course I ain't got a comic. Better leave that out. Like, centerfold, so it'd be like, a poster about that big. And it was like $1 a button, $1 a card. You bought 5, you got like 1 for free. If you bought 10, blah, blah, blah. But like if you drop $20, you're getting like 35 buttons or cards you can mix and match. Everybody was buying the cards. People were hooking them onto like using shit to hook them onto their lanyard that the con badge was on. And it was all pop culture shit. So I bought a pile. These are the only ones I can find right now. I'll explain why I'm talking about this guy in a second. I have Freddy. You see there underneath that the non-claw hand, it says Rack, R-A-K. And it's got a push pin in it because I hang them up on the wall. And I have a lot more of these. These two I definitely knew where they were. And I have Jason. And what it was is that I'm talking to the guy. And I'm like, I said, dude, I really like your art. I want to buy a pile. What's the deal? He goes, oh, if you're going to spend $20, I can do you 35. And the whole time I'm sitting there, digging through stuff because he had like, the car. You look through the cards and you tell him, okay, I want this number. And he goes, okay, I got that button. Or you might have to pop you. He had the little machine to make them. So I'm going there and we're talking comics and stuff. And after a little bit, I asked him, so have you done comics? He goes, yeah. He goes, I've done some comics. This is not, I did not get this from him. I got this later on. This is Thunder Mace issue 6, $2 from RAK Graphics Publication. See up there. Look at that art. That art is great. And it's 3 color, basically black, white, and red. This is from December 89 is what listed. Rat Comics, Akron, Ohio. Look at that really gorgeous art. And this is kind of like a fantasy title. And it's slightly oversized. Like I'll show you real quick. This will work because this is perfect. So it's okay while I'm up. Okay, you see where my fingers are? That's it's just a little bit wider than a normal comic, which sucks as far as storage. But this art is just like really good stuff. It's a really cool story. So I'm like, oh, somebody's done some different comics. He's got a kind of cool way of design. Look at that, like those panels. I mean, it's really neat stuff. I know the cartoonist kayfabe guys, Ed Piscor and Jim Rugg, have mentioned him at least once or twice because he was at their cons because Ohio's not that far from Pittsburgh. This is a really cool piece of art right here. But I told him, I was like, dude, if you had some of your comics, I would like your art. I would have picked up some stuff. He goes, yeah, I just got to. He goes, wait. He goes, comics weigh a lot. This stuff's light, and it makes me go, oh yeah, I'm figuring, them buttons. He's, selling mostly for $1. He ain't paying what, 10, 15 cents a pop. Them cards, and these are, hold on, I'll pull one out and show you. Give me a second. And he had the little hard, and these are the really flimsy really flimsy top loaders. Hopefully the card don't snag on the hole, but the card is, You see, it's not. Yeah, it's not like old, like my era baseball card quality. You know, that shitty cardboard. It's like if somebody had a business card on this kind of paper, but okay, you got a cool, you know, fairly decent business card. So who knows how much these cost him, but he sold so many. Like I said, the art's really cool. Well, we're talking for a bit. I was like, well, you know, in the comics, have you created something that I would, you know, character I would know of? I was like, yeah, I read a lot. I've read a lot of indie stuff. You know, my indie reading, my knowledge of indies is mostly like from about 88 to I was like about 2000. Then I dropped out for a long time. I go, you know, I don't know pre-88 stuff. He's like, well, you know, yeah, I created one character, but not really known for the comic. He did a video game. I'm like, oh. I'm like, I love video games. You know, certain era though, but you know, my big video game thing was like Atari. You know, and this guy's a little bit older, so he knew exactly what I was talking about. I go through, you know, I kind of after the Sega Genesis, kind of felt, he goes, hey, you got it. He goes, because I created Chalkin' the Forever Man. There's a good drawing of Chalkin, and there is the back cover with Chalkin. Yeah, creator of Chalkin. I'm like, holy shit. And I'm thinking, you know, at the time, that Chalkin game, I remember seeing it a couple of different places and not grabbing a copy because I hated the game. It's just really hard. But so you know, there's just a stack of comics I wanted to go through, and I'm thinking about shooting another one in a minute because I'm gonna shoot this next one. This is gonna be showing off the beginnings of somebody's NewtCrate. Let's just say it that way. So I'm out. I got to switch. I'm sweating. But y'all be safe and enjoy this when you get to see it. I'm just trying out to see how my streaming abilities are. Latest.